Today is 1209 days, sharing lessons I learn and continue to learn with all of you. I hope these teachings help will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today, I speak about working very hard and overworking. I think that it's easy to overwork. I think sometimes it's an excuse to work very hard because I'm just working very hard and not getting the results. I think that sometimes overworking is really the worst thing for you because when you overwork, you lose everything. You lose everything. You lose health. You lose everything. So did you share how to know that you potentially overworking yourself? Because I believe in obsession. I believe in hard work. I believe in smart work. Because when you combine the smart work with the hard work, that hard work really brings a massive benefits. But if you do not include smart work in that hard work, sometimes that hard work never leads to anything meaningful. So that means we need to understand what that smart work means. But at the same time, today I'll focus on how to know that you are working hard without and overworking yourself. So number one, again, you're working work hours, but you're working like late nights, but skipping things, skipping meals, skipping workouts, skipping other things. So that means that you look into the things that you have scheduled in your time, and you're skipping those things. Now, of course, I understand that you can skip the later thing, the skip that doesn't matter. What here is most important is not skipping the things that is actually important to you. Because when you look into the priority list could be like family, health, and then the third is like financial abundance. But the first is family, then second is health. So that means if you will achieve financial abundance, but you will sacrifice your family and health because of that, would you succeed? No. That means that we need to understand that priorities comes first. So we don't skip the most important things in our lives. Again, we need to understand what are the most important things in our lives. What are those values? Because if we don't know our value prioritization, hierarchy of priorities, hierarchy of values, it means we will work very hard without understanding why we're working in the first place. So of course, working long hours, skipping things is potentially one of the signs that we are overworking. As I said, it really doesn't matter like if you skip like the things that do not matter. Number two is really if you overwork, sometimes you can catch yourself as taking on too much. So that means saying yes and yes and yes. You're working very crazy hours. You're working 16 hours a day already, and you're still saying yes to the other projects. And then again, that's could be asking how often you would say yes to things that people say. Maybe I'm bad at saying no. Because if you find it that you're bad at saying no, most likely your schedule will show that you're overworking yourself. Because there are some projects that is not supposed to be done by you. Some projects are supposed to be done by others. Even though that you are able to do that project, if you are capable of doing that project, and if you are one of the best at doing that project, doesn't mean that you're supposed to do it. Sometimes 80% of your capabilities is more than enough. Because again, this is priorities, hierarchy of priorities. What is supposed to be your highest priority right now? But focus on those things rather than saying yes to the things that is in your priority is low, even though that's every day. And that's something that people are making mistake, including myself, is that we're taking projects we're good at, rather than doing the project that is going and pushing us closer to our vision. Number three is skipping rest and recovery. And this is again, I really mentioned that, but this is if you're skipping like short term, like potentially skipping the something that we wanted to do, but we can potentially skip long things. So potentially a bit of psychic. I want to really go vacation with my family, and I'm just skipping that vacation because I said I want to finish that project. And skipping rest and recovery, I think that is so bad because I think that sometimes we work in 10 hours and when we get done of 7 hours work, so that means we lose 3 hours of work because we are unproductive. And I think that sometimes when you go to vacation, we rest, we recover. I think that in those 10 hours, you can do like double human hours. Sometimes we're working so hard, so effectively that means able to achieve like 15 hours, 20 hours of work because we get into such a massive flow and we're working so fast that it's just insane. You have no idea how fast and why we're able to finish that fast. So that is skipping or rest and recovery inside we overwork. And sometimes that leads against unproductivity. Number four is constant mental engagement. So that means that we overwork if you constantly in mental engagement. I think that's very, very important. If you understand that if you go to gym and you're constantly lifting weights, what will happen? Fatigue of the muscles. I think that's exactly what happens with our brains. If you're constantly mentally engaging it, at some point, it will not be able to really to manage anymore and it'll be fatigued. That's why you're working like 2, 3 hours. After 2, 3 hours, you need to take a break. Not able to work like 4, 5, 6 hours. Of course, if you train yourself after a while, you'll be able to work 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 hours because your brain is a muscle. So you'll be able to do, but not like from zero to hero. You're not able to do that from not training, not exercising, not mentally working to working like 6 hours straight. Number nine is neglecting health. And I think that those again, we need to understand that if you avoid exercise, if you're skipping exercise, if you're skipping meals, skipping recovery, all those things will improve, will negate. Basically, you will not be able to improve health and will go down health. And when you will go down health, what happens? That's why I love the saying that if you're not able to give 1 hour a day to exercises, that means that your health will have 24 hours of it at some point. And that's the risk that we take. And we need to understand it. It's emotional burnout. You might mean that we feel that we are not, we potentially feel obligated, we feel fear, we feel guilt. But like again, there's, we said yes to a lot of different projects. And that emotional burden that we have to finish the projects we not supposed to finish. There's a, puts a lot of pressure on us. And we need to understand okay, that when we work with the work that we do, is that actually energize us or drain us? Because burnout is happening only when you do the work that is draining you. It's impossible to have a burnout from the things that you love. How we can get past the burnout from the things that you love? So that means that if a person is burnout, that what we need to understand that they hate what they do because they drain it. They have zero energy and they still trying to use energy on zero energy, and that's how burnout happens. And we need to understand that if you feel that something is draining you, we must include things that energize us for a season until we need to be until we're able to transition something else. Because I know that sometimes we need to stay where we are, and because we're not having financial abundance. Because when you don't have financial abundance, when you are financially um, not in the best position, you need to stay with people that you not like, in a position that you hate, so that when you're able to work and include in your day something that energizes you, and then work with those others hours to build yourself, build a business, build something up. And after that, you're able to transition to something else that you actually enjoy and enjoy the life. And last one, number seven, is ignoring personal life. I think that that's sometimes when you work, we again ignore those most important things. We work and work and work, and then basically life becomes not life. We live to work and not work to live. And at that moment, of course, all life becomes just work. It's beautiful when you love what you do, but sometimes when you work and forget everything else besides that, I think that is not self care, relationships, hobbies, all the things. I think that that's an unhealthy way of looking at it. Unless the passion as well as work, but again, we need to understand why do you work. When you understand that the working is a good reason of loving it, because even the money is not for that amount, because you just really want to really see where that will leads to. That's a great. But if you're working only because you want to really take care of the finances and you hate what you're doing and you work overworking, of course, that is not healthy. So what are the signs that you overwork? Of course, fatigue, chronic fatigue, because your mental is always working, so that it leads to fatigue. Productivity, decreased productivity. That means that rather than in 5 hours, you can do 5 hours work. In 5 hours, you do like 2, 3 hours work because you're unproductive. You look into the phone or anything in between, just distract yourself. Of course, irritability, mood changes. That means that people that used to be very, very comfortable and calm, sometimes becomes irritable because of course that's what leads to an overworking, even frequent illness because immunity goes down, lack of focus, sleep problems, work life imbalance. Like there's a lot of things that's even last thing that I want to mention is that I start looking how we can really energize ourselves because we always lack energy. So that maybe coffee, maybe energy drinks, maybe sugar, whatever it is, that we looking at ways how to energize us, and that's what gets showing that we are overworking. And I'm one of those people who, for me, it's easy to overwork because I love working, and that's a good reason for me to overwork. But I still need to, even though I'm coming from a good reason because I love pushing, I love building, I love learning. I still need to find myself truly somebody saying no to learning, no to growing, no to improving, because I need to rest and recover. Because I know that when I will rest and recover, I will be able to improve next day even more. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.